All I ever wanted was to sing to God. He gave me that longing and then made me mute. Why? Tell me that. If he didn't want me to praise him with music, why implant the desire? Like a lust in my body. And then deny me the talent.
It's been a long time. I don't want to make this video. Frankly, I'm a bit embarrassed for you to even see it. This whole thing is me trying to get rid of this idea that has been stuck in my head for the last 5 years. Just talking to my friends didn't help, just having a written draft didn't help, just keeping the finished video on my laptop did not help. What I imagined this video to be has felt like a bit of food lodged between my teeth, and I had to dig it out and flick it onto the internet here for me to be at peace, I think. So that's what you're watching, a 5-year-old rotten chewed up idea that I just had to be done with. You're welcome.
I just tell people, like, 20s are a waste of time. Like, don't even worry about it. Don't try and get it figured out. Like, the point of your 20s is to try 12 different things and fail at 9 of them.
The internet is filled with self-help trash targeted at people in their 20s, telling them it's not too late and that you can try anything you want. I believed these people when I was 21 and I had just started making videos. But now I'm 26 and I'm starting to get a little disillusioned. See, I tried to make the kind of movie reviews that I wish to see. They were not nerd writer videos, but they were something. Something that attracted the attention of the people who were actually writing these shows and who worked in the biz. So when law school got over 3 years ago and I got into the School of Media and Cultural Studies at TIS, I was very happy. I thought, okay, this is how it starts. This is how my filmmaking career begins. Nobody, this is how it ends. These last 3 years, which were supposed to change the trajectory of my life, have felt like a gift. A gift that had a bomb in it. And it's blown up in my face. Now I can't afford to try new things. Because if I try something new and it doesn't pan out, I'll be 30 with no idea how to live and what to do. You still have a lot of time? Tell that to the age limit on government exams. I envied a lot of the kids in my school growing up. They had what I thought was a life. They had friends, they had parties, and they had like actual plans for their lives. My entire personality was watching movies and TV shows. Movies are great. If you're with this channel till now, thanks for that by the way, I'm pretty sure you at least partially agree. It's an amazing medium. But you can't deny one of its major fucking features, pretty much its MO, is instilling desire.
Cinema is the ultimate pervert art. It doesn't give you what you desire. It tells you how to desire.
Sometimes it can do that even when the filmmakers had no intention of doing so. I remember when I saw The Social Network when I was 14, and all I wanted to do for the rest of my teenagerhood was to be the youngest billionaire. Have I just been stupid this whole time? So when I grew up and I realized just how obsessed I am with this art form, I began imagining living a life as an artist, much like a montage from a lazily written movie. I began to think, man, my life is going to be so much more different than what it had been till now. I'd finally be the one doing cool stuff. I mean, who doesn't give you the face when you tell them you're a filmmaker? But is that really a good enough motivation? And even if it is that really all it takes? I thought I was jealous of other cool kids in school, but man, it was nothing compared to the envy I felt when I saw the artistically inclined people in Mumbai. I mean, these people were leagues ahead of me. They were not just appreciators, they were doers. And they had this entire history of creativity within their families. Somebody's mother is an author, somebody's father is a playwright, somebody's uncle is a musician. These people were well on their way into their creative journeys. They had their aesthetic, they had their taste. This was the first time in my life when I was hearing about movies and directors that I didn't even know of. And all I had been doing till this point is dreaming about how awesome it would be to live like that. I realized that I hadn't actually entered this life, what I wanted to be my life. I was just peeking through the windows this whole time. Maybe I could try to start now, build upon the little knowledge that I have, indulge myself in the art more seriously, and really work on my craft so that I can get to the level of these guys and maybe even have an opportunity. But that takes so much time. And also,
and when I was 10 years old, I was rich. I was an aristocrat, riding around in taxis, surrounded by comfort, and all I thought about was art and music. Now I'm 36, and all I think about is money.
I remember some of the conversations that I had with my law school friends. people who had, for the lack of a better term, a creative streak. They wanted to be content creators or musicians, and they were much more talented than me. So I asked them, why are you not chasing this after college? And they all had pretty much the same reply. No, there's a need to make money first. But I, in my laughable stupidity, thought, I'm not going to let money stop me. Here's the thing, alright? Nobody lets money stop them. Money stops you. This is your rent. You can't pay your rent. You're stopped. I have been stupid this whole time. I suppose I could have gotten a job, but every creative job that I came across barely paid enough for rent and food. That too, in all of these jobs, you have to listen to some asshole boss who either has terrible taste or has no interest in anything that you're doing, but only wants the most amount of content in as little time as possible. I don't know if I lack the discipline, the skill, or if I just have some sort of a psychological hang-up against working for someone, but I just couldn't do it. I couldn't leverage whatever it is that I can do for money, at least in any way that is prevalent in the industry. And this really came out of nowhere, because I remember being awake till like 5 in the morning during lockdown editing my videos when nobody asked me to do that. So I thought if I ever have a job where all I have to do is edit videos or make stuff in Photoshop, I'd be great at it. But that myth that I'd believed in for so long, that myth of if you do something that you love, it won't feel like work, it was busted. Instead, what I grew to believe is this.
But most importantly, try to surround yourself with people you like and make cool stuff with them. In the end, at least in my experience, what you do isn't going to be nearly as interesting or important as who you do it with.
The whole time I was there, I never got this feeling of companionship, where you just get together with your friends and make a movie or write an episode or anything like that. And how could I? I mean, in a city like... all of these problems. My age, the envy, the money, all of this maybe could have been dealt with. But Mumbai just made it seem like all the negatives will forever be cemented, because that city just poured a fucking incessant sludge of concrete all over my problems and all over its problems. It's too hard. Alright, I understand that this sounds like a very small problem, maybe even the smallest in this entire monologue of lame excuses. Maybe that should be the title of this video. But man, the moment you get out of the airport, it feels like you've entered an oven. Everybody's always sweating and their clothes always smell like fish because it was raining for the past 3 days, and you either have food that's too cheap or food that's too expensive, and you have construction trucks roaming around in the mornings and afternoons. And maybe if you're a car guy, then you can admire some expensive ones because they'll be stuck in traffic anyway, but I'm not that guy, so what the hell? And the fucking local atoms that hold matter together are not so tightly packed. I'm surprised these people haven't merged into each other. And if the housing owners don't tell you directly to your face, the insane fucking rents will tell you to fuck off. Look, I understand that I live in a tier 3 city, and so across all technical measures, Mumbai is a much better city. Better healthcare, better roads, food that delivers till 4 a.m. But I sincerely do not see how that city can be termed as livable by anyone who is not a rich native or a very rich outsider. So that's it. That's why I left. Did I absolutely have to? No. But I felt like I had enough good reasons. I don't suppose many people are watching till now. I've seen the audience retention graph of my videos. But if you are, thank you. But I do not want any inspirational quotes on my comment section or some bullshit about hard work or perseverance. I'm done with all of that shit now. Honestly, by this time I had fantasized that I'd be making vlogs of my life in Mumbai with my filmmaker and actor friends, posting updates about shoots I'm on or scripts I'm writing. And when that didn't happen, I had to make something. Something had to be made. Maybe that's why this video has been stuck in my head for such a long time. All of that energy just had to go somewhere, and hopefully now it's out. I first started flirting with the idea of becoming a filmmaker when I was around 17, and today I turned 27. So I suppose this video is my report on the first decade of my adulthood. It sucked. In the first draft of this video, I don't even remember what it was about, but I knew I wanted to post it on my birthday and mark me turning 22. At the time, everybody else was doing internships and I was chilling out because, hey, it's not like in 5 years' time all those people would have great high-paying jobs in big law firms and I'd be sitting unemployed in my parents' house. It's funny that even back then I knew I had no direction in life. I've never been an overly ambitious person, but at least I knew what I wanted to do. Now, after the last 5 years, if you ask me what it is that I want, the answer is, I have no idea.